Hello, friends, and welcome back to r/IDontWorkHereLady. Today we have 3 more great stories, and the first of them will show you how treating visitors with disrespect can lead to the loss of a very important and expensive business contract. Contractor lost a deal because he doesn't believe IDWH. This happened a long time ago, and my dad likes to bring it up as a teaching tool on why you should always be polite no matter how the other person is dressed. Anyway, my dad is also the CEO of a construction company. D is for dad. Idiot contractor is IC. I think I'll Christian him C. Receptionist is R. That's Kim. Regular office worker is W or Walt. And me is maligned Spawn. Setting: my dad's company's reception area. Little background: I had an internship that was near my dad's office, but growing up, I never stopped by my dad's office. Ever. So his colleagues know that he has a kid, but doesn't know what I look like. So here goes. My internship ended way earlier than expected, and I called my dad to see if he'd like to grab lunch with me before I headed home. He said yes, but let me know that he was in a meeting and it might take a while, which was fine. I said I'd wait in the lobby till he was done. Cue me stepping into the reception area and telling the receptionist that I'm here waiting on someone. Receptionist: okay, do you want me to call whoever you're waiting on so they know you're here? Me: no thank you, he already knows I'm waiting. So I settle down on one of the nice couches and pull out a folder from my internship and read. I then spy the nice coffee maker and decided to make myself some coffee. Then in comes C, storming into the place like he owns it. C: Kim, hey, I'm here. Call Walt and let him know. I need to go over some stuff with him before presentation. R was polite and got on the phone quickly to call Walt, I presume. And you, make me a coffee. I'll take it black. Since I was dumb, and again IDWH, I didn't realize he was speaking to me. C: you, miss. I look up. Yes, you. Make me a cup of coffee, black. Me: no thank you. I'm just waiting for someone. I have no idea why he thinks I work there, as I'm dressed way too casually to be working there at all. All the ladies wear business suits, and I'm there in jeans and a casual top. C: what do you mean no? Do you know who I am? I have a contract with this company. I'll tell your boss you were rude and you won't have a job at all. The poor receptionist looked horrified and tried to defuse the situation. Kim: see, I just called Walt. He's on his way down. Why don't you take a seat? C: I don't believe this. Is she, gesturing at me, here for an interview? She's not going to get the job now. That's the problem with people just starting out. No respect. Rant, rant, rant. Some slurs here and there. So I just ignored him and sat back down sipping my coffee. Just then Walt shows up, hearing the tirade. Walt: what's going on? C: this girl, gesturing to me sipping coffee again, is rude and disrespectful. I told her to make me a coffee and she refused. Kim: Walt, she said. Walt, waving Kim off: I'll take care of this. Don't worry about it. Now, miss, looking at me while I stare at him with my eyebrows raised slightly, I probably looked like a B word because I was getting annoyed as hell. C here is very important at this company. Are you here for an interview? Go get him the coffee and I'll talk to HR about this, okay? Me: I don't work here, nor do I want to. I'm waiting for someone. Walt at Kim: who's she waiting for? C: before Kim could answer: probably her boyfriend. Probably one of the new guys, poor dude. Walt: now miss, you're making things difficult for your friend. He said this in kind of a condescending tone. When you're rude to his bosses at work, your boyfriend could be fired for this. At this point, my eyebrows just rose higher and higher. Thankfully, my dad walked into the lobby with a colleague of his that I've known since I was a kid, Uncle M. Kim: boss, going to lunch now? Dad: yep. He sees me getting berated by 2 guys. What happened? Well, nothing, boss. Just some new guy's girlfriend who was rude to C. I'll talk to him and get it sorted out. C and I'll have the presentation ready after lunch. Dad: question mark, confused face. Boyfriend? Me: Daddy, he, referring to C, got angry when I said I'm not making him coffee because I don't work here. He kept going on, and Walt here thinks I'm somebody's girlfriend, and he said he's going to get him fired because I don't want to make coffee. Yeah, I know, I do the whole daddy spoiled girl thing when I'm mad, and frankly, I'm really PO'd at these idiots' condescending attitude. Both C and Walt's faces went ghost white when they realized I was waiting for their CEO, who happened to be my dad. Uncle M to Kim: Is that true? I heard some shouting. Kim nods her head. Uncle M. Me. Are you here for lunch with your dad? I nod my head. Okay, why don't you both go and I'll take care of this. Walt, see, my office now. My dad and I left, and I had to spend the whole lunch explaining what happened. My dad didn't say much, but I could tell he wasn't happy. He told me not to worry and he'll get to the bottom of it. His way of saying he's going to light a fire under both C and Walt's butts. Later that night, when my dad got home, my mom got the whole story and told me. While my dad and I were out at lunch, Uncle M got the whole story from the receptionist, and C's contract was promptly canceled due to unprofessional behavior, and Walt was basically in the doghouse with his immediate supervisor, who reports to my dad and Uncle M. From what I understand, he quit the company about 6 months later and had to go into a different field. Sorry for the long post, but basically 2 idiots decided to be rude to some girl they thought was dating one of the new guys at the office, except she turned out to be the CEO's kid. I can never understand why you wouldn't treat everyone with respect in a business environment. Too much to lose and not much to gain. In fact, treat everyone with respect. You'll probably get it back. And we move on to our second story. Early morning ice run. My girlfriend and I are up in Williams, Arizona to check out Route 66 in the Grand Canyon. I generally wake up earlier than her and tend to wander around or play BF1 when we're at home until she wakes up. I like a cold glass of Coke first thing in the morning when I wake up, so naturally, being that we're at a hotel, the kind where you park your car in front of your room, I grab the ice bucket and start looking for an ice machine outside. Well, after a couple of minutes, I couldn't find it. I saw the office open sign was on, so I figured I'd just go ask them. As I approach the office, this lady, we'll call her Locked Out, LO, is standing there. I'm wearing sandals, gym shorts, my aviators, and an undershirt that's showing my love handles like they're sausages trying to escape the Jimmy Dean packing facility. It turns out that even though the open sign is on, they weren't in there. QLO, can you let me in? Me, huh? LO, can you let me in? I locked myself out. Me, into your room? Sorry, I don't. LO cuts me off. Yeah, where else? This hotel uses key locks since it's older and kind of run down. Me being that I don't like smart butts and saw an opportunity, I played along. Me, did you try jiggling the handle? LO looked at me like a 3-year-old trying to put the star shape in the circle hole, but doesn't know why it doesn't fit. Me, sometimes that works. LO, no, I locked my keys in my room. Me, did you leave a window open? Maybe you could crawl through that. LO, this is the worst service ever. I'm going to leave a horrible review for you on booking.com. Me, okay. LO, that's it? Okay? LO looked at me again with the look that people have trying to put a puzzle together that's all one color. Me, I tried to tell you I don't work here. I'm here with my girlfriend on vacation. Do you know where the ice machine is? I think by this time it was starting to click to her that I in fact do not work for the hotel, as she noticed my attire and ice bucket. LO then huffs and puffs while mumbling something as she walks away. I watch her go back to her room and, what do you know, someone staying with her opened the door for her. Not sure why she couldn't just knock. I ended up finding the employee working who pointed me to an ice machine. You would think that the guy walking around opening more than one door would be easily identifiable as the employee. I guess the fact that I was up at 6 a.m. and by the front office made sense to her. Sorry it wasn't the greatest story, folks, but it's been my only IDWHL experience recently. Happy Saturday. Crawl through the window? Dig a tunnel works too. And our next story. Get me your effing manager now. Delivery driver here. I have a doozy of a tale to share with you all. So I have a big box discount wholesale warehouse on my route that receives mixed lots of household goods in Gaylord. I bring in 6 to 8 of them every few days. The business resells them on various auction sites or to the general public. As they are regular customers and very short-staffed, I do my own unloading to speed everything up on the receiving side. Normally I have my own equipment, but on this day I borrowed their walkie lift emblazoned with their logo. Enter Mr. and Mrs. Clueless to the employees-only loading area. Mrs. seems to wear the pants in their relationship, in my humble opinion. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me, I'm here to pick up my order. I made the mistake of making eye contact, seeing they weren't my concern, and going back to finishing moving the thousands of dollars of product I was midway through. In their defense, yes, I looked the part. I have a clipboard, safety vest, boots, and I'm using their branded equipment. Is this a-hole ignoring us? What type of a-hole does that? She waddled back to her Dodge Ram and proceeded to blare the horn. I holler at her, man, that I'm a delivery person and tell her to calm the bleep down. It's been about 5 minutes from first contact. I'm starting to see red, but I resist the urge to unload a tirade on this raging C-word, knowing the whole area is under video surveillance. Finally, my reprieve is near as my POC appears. I flag him over and we huddle up. He sheepishly heads over to deal with her. I'm about 30 feet away. Finally, I guess your employee doesn't value customers. I've been waiting forever. But ma'am, he's not our... I just want my order. Also, get me your effing manager. I want to have a word about his lack of customer service. I know customer service. This is a disgrace. Holy F, I lost it from 30 feet away. Listen, lady, I don't work here. I'm just delivering a load. I understand customer service just fine, and you're setting an excellent example with creating a scene over your own misunderstanding. My POC was slack-jawed. She was as red as Clifford the dog. The scene had attracted attention. POC paged the manager to the dock. Feeling better, I went back to get another load out of my truck. About 20 minutes passed when manager Dick, yep, that's his name, Dick asked me about the status on a customs frozen shipment as we're closing out the order I delivered. It's part of her order. I look up, and sure enough, 2 weeks frozen in the queue, waiting on customs clearance, waiting on CBSA paid tariffs, invoice emailed 3 weeks prior. Have fun, buddy. Tell her to check with her broker, but the shipment's waiting on customs clearance. I hightail it out of there, call my boss, and give him the lowdown on the soon-to-be nuclear incoming phone call. That's okay, we're charging them storage rates on it till it ships. Hey guys, thank you all for watching the video to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.